Hello everyone, my name is Oz and welcome back to Ostranauts. Now, admittedly, in the last video, things went a little bit long and we didn't really accomplish all that much. So, in the meantime, I went and I did the one thing that, well, you guys would probably like me to do to help decrease the amount of time that we're spending creating videos and the amount of time that, videos are going to be, so that way we can get something a little more punchy, a little more concise, a little more consistent out for you. So, I went and I took some time to repair every single thing on our ship. Everything is repaired. I even went and I sold off some data files off of the PDAs, which I will show you how we're going to do that. Just so that way, we could get some more organization. We now have a second dolly. And our reactor project has moved a little further ahead. We don't have any sort of deuterium storage yet. However, we have a cryo tank to go with our cryo pump, which means we are one step closer to unlimited power without completely blowing our face off. So, in the meantime, let's start by selling off all of our scrap from the last mission. Let's see, let's take the transit, hit this, and we'll head to Old Emporium, and we'll go there first. Alright, so now that we're at Old Emporium, we're gonna poke around, and we're gonna talk to our good friend, Gabriel Bullock. I like Gabriel, Gabriel likes me, we're friends, we made friends, I don't remember when, but it was very early on. He's the one who I managed to buy that cryo tank from, which, let me tell you, was a little bit of a haul to move back to the ship. So, we're going to start off by selling our MHD generator. The reason why I came down to our good friend here is because you can usually get the maximum amount of money from whatever goods you have. So, just to try and make sure that we're making a profit, we're going to sell to him first, and then we can go and we can sell whatever he won't buy to our dear friend's OK leg. So I'm not going to keep any of these O1 canisters around. I just do not see a point. There we go. And we'll sell the RCS intakes as well. Look at that. One $5,000 ticket has now created us a massive wealth of almost $65,000. So let's see. The smart crate doesn't have anything. We have this PDA. I picked this up off the floor. So let's see. We have texts, roster, reminder, contacts. So we can sell the contacts, we can sell the roster. So that is all that really happens with the PDA when you go to sell files. Is you just select them, say, hey, I want to give you this. They take it, bada bing, bada boom. You got a few gigabytes free and a few more dollars in your pocket. So let's see, what else can we sell? So we're going to go through, we're going to get rid of as much crap as we can because we need to thin out our ship. We have way too much crap on it right now. And got to remember to check all our pockets as well. Damn, I can't sell the used toothbrush from the murder mobile that we parked at yesterday. Check the Tetsudo. No, they don't want air pumps today. No floor today. Alrighty, so I guess that's about it. Our total for today is $66,854.64. So, we hit accept. Now, we can head off to, go get that all done up, so that way we're tracking Mr. Walsh. Now we'll head right back to our good old port. So, let's see. What can we get from the OK Leg scrap? So, I don't need any of this crap as far as I remember from the last time because I was just here buying some small mechanical parts and stuff to finish fixing everything on the ship. So let's go through zone 1 and we're going to sort through everything because these guys, ooh, we have a locked PDA in one of our crates. Let's see, what crate is that going to be in? about this one? Inventory. Drop the flora, drop some batteries. Because I mean, we are going to do a little bit of a clearance sale, kind of sell as much as we can. So we'll drop the PDA. Let's hack into that real quick. We use our hacking skill. Bada bing, bada boom. We cracked it. And we aren't even going to bother transferring everything over to our own PDA. We'll do that later, if I feel like it. So let's see, I think that should do for every single inventory that we can find on the ship. We hacked into the PDA, so now we have access to the files. So let's hit up the kiosk and let's start doing a clearance sale. Everything must go. So, let's see, in our box right now, we're gonna keep the cigarettes. We're gonna have to, I'll organize that stuff out later. Sell the sweatshirt. We're gonna keep the coveralls because eventually, you know, we're gonna need something to relax in once we got our ship properly set up. So let's see. So those are empty PDAs. I took everything out of those earlier, so we can just sell those, net us a few bucks. We're gonna keep all the spare screens, batteries, components because those are always in demand. We can sell the turbo air pump, the 3 of the regular air pumps, but we're going to keep 1, so that way we can charge up our oxygen tank for our suit. We're going to keep all power tools for now, but we're going to start selling some of these empty toolboxes because we don't need that many toolboxes. Besides, if we're lucky, we can get red toolboxes instead of the yellow ones. They take up 1 more space, but they have double the amount of space inside of them. I think it goes from 3 slots to 6 slots instead. So, much more worth it to buy the better ones. We'll sell an extra disposable, well actually no, we'll keep the disposable battery, we might need that. We'll keep the shoes. I like those sneakers, they're nice enough. We'll keep the acceptable algae, and yeah, we're gonna sell the vodka. No getting drunk there, Mr. Walsh, I'm sorry. Not allowed. Sell this PDA. Right, 'cause I should have mine with all the information on me, right? I just want to be sure because I'd rather not sell off our guy's original. Yeah, we'll hold on to that for now. See if I'll take it all. Trash. Yes, we will sell trash. Dahaha, good one trying to hide rice wine. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. The next smart bottle. Let's sell the bottle. We don't need the bottle. Sell the pressure suit helmet. We don't need that. And we'll keep that O2 canister. So there we go. Now we have another $5,000 for a total of $72,824.26. So let's see. What is the maximum license that we can buy? We can buy ourselves a 7-day salvage license with that. We are going to hold off for now because we don't need to be buying that license just yet as it's about to swap over to the next day. Alright, so Mr. Walsh, what are we gonna do with you? Well, we're gonna come onto our ship and I guess we're gonna start organizing some of this crap out. There. Let's see. So we have a cooler. I'm surprised no one wanted the cooler. Well, you know what? We might as well install it. We'll put one at the back of the ship. We have one at the front of the ship. And then we'll just have to get ourselves a heater for the back of the ship as well. Where did I install that? Front corner. That's right. No, we're doing really good on temperature across the ship too. But we're going to need this in the future because eventually we're going to remove these rockets right here. And we're going to expand our ship out whole bunch. Like I said, the box must grow, and eventually this little box sled will become a full-on freighter of just unimaginable power. We will be able to go and tear down a lot of things. And there's our 8 liters of water. Let's pick that up and let's put that in our sink, actually. I guess we can fill our sink from this. So now we can wash ourselves, we can brush our teeth, and we can drink, and we don't have to worry about dying anytime soon. That reminds me, we're going to have to go and get a dolly. Check the inventory on this one. I forgot to sell off these turbo. No. Those are the turbo pumps I wanted on purpose, are they not? Yes. Let's see. RCS. Yeah, we'll see about repairing that. Let's see, I guess we're gonna dump out that. But we're gonna come over here to our old dormitory, and we're gonna pick up this fridge. Alright, so once we get our fridge, because every man needs a fridge. Oh, I have to haul it. You know what? Fine. We will just haul the fridge back. But either way, I'm taking this. This is mine now. Okay, like. So where do we want to put the fridge at? You know what? I'm thinking like right by the door, like. Oh no, that's where our air pumps are. Maybe right here would be nice. Well, we'll head over and we'll pay our debts real quick. Oh goodness, $25,000. You can see that I've been busy with trying to fix up our ship and get everything taken care of. Goodness, what's eating up all our money? I don't even know. Mostly fines, I guess. We're gonna have to start paying that on time. And looks like I think, what, the 7-day was 30,000? So we should be able to afford enough stuff to go and to buy the 7-day permit. So that should net us some extra fun. I mean, especially if we can make almost 70,000 per actual trip where we try to do stuff. you know, actual proper scrapping, not just, oh hey, I'm gonna go and expand out my ship as much as I can. Alright, so I have stripped this room of pretty much everything. Oh, we can change our appearance. Nice. Oh shoot, you know what? I think right now is Adam time for Adam to do as he pleases. So, we're gonna go and we're gonna skip forward 2 hours so that way we don't have to deal with that. Adam, get the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, samurai. We got a city to burn. Yeah, no, we'll head to the Suya crate and we'll get some food. We'll double check. We'll pay our fees now so that way we don't incur any extras. So let's see. So if I just max it out, we'll spend $2,000 getting kebab of chicken in yaji rice. Because if we do that, now we have, you know, a lot of food that's not trenchers. That's, you know, real food, or at least as close to real food as you can get in the post-apocalypticness of the space setting that we are in. Goodness, I have canisters lying absolutely everywhere. Alright, so now our second dolly is full. We're gonna go and we're gonna dump this in the back because I'm probably gonna have to sell some of this stuff off if we're being honest. So we'll move that there. I guess we'll drag that for now. Let's see, we want to keep the floor. Check these for batteries. No, I guess we'll sell off those drills. We'll leave that crate alone for now. Put that in there so that way we can just make that an all-in-one cell. We'll keep that EVA battery. What's the charge on this? We'll pick that up. We'll deliver that over to the inside of the station because, you know, if we can get free charging, we might as well get free charging. I guess we're going to sell off some of these nitrogen tanks because we definitely have too many. Now, I know somewhere in here there is... Here, let me clear that out of the way. A nitrogen alarm. So we're going to install that on the wall. Right here, I guess, with the rest of our sensor array. So there we go. Let's check the control panel. Let's see, where can I put... We don't want a turbo. We just want a regular old air pump. And I guess we can put it in our little airlock to the back of our ship. So while we're installing that, there's not much else that we can do. Except for just wait a second. Then we're going to put this nitrogen can, or... Wait, which one's more full? I guess we'll go with this one since it's more full. And we'll throw that down instead. Oop. Let's see. Yep, there is while on the floor. So there we go. Now we got our nitrogen installed. And then we'll go to the control panel on this, and we will hook it up to that nitrogen alarm. Just so that way... Wait a minute. Gas. Check the floors and everything. Everything looks fine. Well, we won't worry too much about that. There's not much you can do sometimes. So let's see, let's double check our laser torch, see how the battery's doing on that. We're doing good. We should pick up a Halverson battery charger so that way our EVA suit charges. Let's see if we're going to install the fridge. I genuinely do. I like the idea of just smacking the fridge right by the front door. Because that's just, there's something funny about that. Just like, oh yeah, this was the priority. Oh, so it needs a whole wall behind it, I guess. Or a door. You know what? I guess we will install our fridge at the back corner of the ship, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll just have to move these conduits out of the way. And then we'll put this turbo air pump here as a way to pressurize this space, so that way when we decide to expand, it's just a simple, we pump all the air out of this compartment, rip down this wall and the conduit in it, and take out these thrusters, and go, go, go. Granted, that will probably take another whole day, so that will definitely have to be some off-camera content. I'll try to film a little to make a small montage, little compilation thing or something like that. There we go. That is installed, and this is the regular air pump that we have. We can pick that up, so that way we can pick that up. And then we are going to install it like so. And we're going to take this oxygen can, I guess. Or I guess we'll take this one. And we'll put that right in there. And then this pump is going to very specifically be for filling up our oxygen bottles. So that way our guy can breathe in his EVA suit. Which I'll show you how we do that here in a second. So we take our oxygen, we install our oxygen. We set up our control panel. And we set you to off. So now that that is off, and we don't have to worry about accidentally wasting some of our precious oxygen supply. After all, we do have to pay for it from OKLeg. Let's see, so we are looking at the second spot over. We can take our canister, we can dump it. You can see it is now underneath the output of the pump. So we hit up the control panel and we hit. And I'm fairly certain that we just blew... Yeah, we just blew that up. You see, that's why you need to make sure that it's off. and you're not in 4x speed when you're trying to fill your O2 bottles there. So we'll look around, we'll see about finding, let's see, dump out the thermostat, dump out that. We're gonna get this all sorted out, so I'll be back. Alright, so as promised, I'm going to show you how to fill up our oxygen bottles. So, damn. Okay, so that is now 2 oxygen bottles that I have toasted. I guess we're going to keep on trying that until I can get it correct. Drop this O2, drop that, drop the wires, drop these lights. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to try with this one. No, that is just an air pump. Okay, so we'll move that, we'll place this here. And we're gonna slow things down to quarter speed now, because I'm done blowing up air bottles. They aren't that expensive, but it's a frustrating thing. Okay, so let's see if we can't figure out what speed we're supposed to be at for this. Okay, so just speed 1. Really got to keep an eye on it. We'll cut down to quarter speed. Cut it off. Open up our inventory and quickly pick up the bottle. Like I said, we aren't going and we aren't doing that again. We aren't blasting our bottle off. Now we can resume back to normal speed and keep going about our tasks. So I'm just running around and I'm emptying out everything that I can full of, you know, just random components and stuff like that. And we're loading up our smart crates now with all of the mechanical parts and scrap that are just laying around. Because it's time to organize, people, you know. We have all this stuff, we have enough space, we should just organize it. So let's see. So this bag and this bag. So there's some amoxicillin, some parts, there's that zip gun. We have a shit ton of conduit. I didn't know we had all this. Let's see, is there anything? Nope, there is nothing in our red jumpsuit. But you know what? Let's change into for now. There we go, look at that handsome devil. Sideburns and all. Alright, so we'll move up a bit. Inventory, inventory, inventory. This one we want to keep as is. And this bag we are going to load up into a crate on its own. So we'll put that up there for now. We'll open up this crate. Okay. So that is full of stuff. So we're going to swap out the left crate. And we're going to bring this flooring to the back of the ship where we'll stuff that away for now. Oh, I just realized I had my fan running. Apologies, it is the middle of summer here, so it is a little bit hot, so I will have that running in the background sometimes. I try not to during videos, so that way you guys get the clearest audio possible, but some days, admittedly, sitting next to my computer, it is just an absolute scorcher. Alright, so we'll call this a conduit box. We'll throw that there for now. Let's see, we'll just dump all this out. We have another full crate full of flooring, so we can dump this back here as well. Let's move off to the side a little, so that way we can just start reshuffling everything up towards the top. Double check our floor types. I mean, honestly, I want to say we have enough for another small expansion about the size of this room again, but I don't think that's going to be enough for my taste to make me happy with an expansion at this time. So let's see, so you're full of crap, you're full of conduit, we need you because there's some conduit back here. Boom, boom, and you know what, we'll throw in a power switch, and we'll throw in that blue light that I seen. There we go, a nice blue light. We like the blue lights, they look the best in my opinion. So that we're... Buddy, can you not? There is space. It goes in the space. You do not need to pick everything up. Shame on you, Captain Walsh. Stop it. What are you doing? Why are you dragging that? Quit dragging that. You don't need to drag that. That was meant to go in there. Come on now. So wait, why did you put it in your hip pocket? You do not need that in your hip pocket at this time, sir. Sir. We're going to leave the walls where they are for now. We don't care too much about the walls and where they're located. Okay, empty smart crate. We'll use this one for clothing and equipment. So we got damaged EVA gear. That one's empty as well. Fantastic. Put on our sneakers. Store these. I mean, I guess we could throw a black t-shirt on. There we go. The look's complete. though I should probably see about repairing the gear. Alright, so we'll take this, we'll dump that there, and we're going to start selling some stuff. Because, admittedly, we have way too much crap on our ship. Yeah, we're going to sell the splint. We'll just come back and buy one if we really need one. So we're going to sell the trash, which is what happens with most things. They end up degrading down into trash at some point. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. The fridge is fine. Okay, so we don't need these air pumps. Doesn't matter the condition. We're going to sell all of these canisters. I know they're full or partly full, but I could not care less. I don't have the time to sort all that out and to move them around. I'm trying to get this out to you guys after all. You know what? We'll sell off the Tetsudo walls as well. Because I don't like keeping just random walls around. We're going to sell off every single canister we got, I guess. Keep a spare CO2 canister around. Because that one could actually be useful to keeping us alive long term. Let's see, we can't sell the thrust assembly, that's fine. We want all that conduit. You know what, I changed my mind. We're gonna sell the battery, we're gonna sell the trenchers. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, sell, sell. Get rid of the amoxicillin. If we need drugs, we can always come back to OK Leg and get more. You know, we're gonna sell all the used cigarettes as well. Let's just genuinely try to make our ship as clean as possible. As clean as possible. There goes all the trash. Let's see, what else do we got? Sell those cigarettes, check this smart crate. Sell you, sell the harness patch. What's in here? Screw it. We just bought a bunch of water. It's fine. We'll sell the tan coveralls too. I think we can afford to sell a single screwdriver or two. More canisters, more walls. Sell old PDAs. We'll sell that whole box right there. Yeah, we'll just sell all of that. Get rid of the splint. We already have one of those. I want to say we have another angle grinder, but we're going to hold on to that so that way we can rip the battery out of that, so that way I don't have to buy a new one. And look at that, without even trying, we made another $13,000. And that was just all of the random crap that we had floating around. Let's see. Was it this one? Or was it this one? No, it'd be this one then. Perfect. So we'll take that. We'll come up over here. And we'll pick up all of the food that we just bought. And we'll put that in the fridge where it belongs. Because, you know, gotta maintain food safety, my man. There we go. That's all put away. You know what? Let's have a bite to eat and let's have a little drink. And that was vodka. Well, you know, vodka, kebabs. Sounds like a good night. Can I get away with installing this thruster here? No, I cannot. Wacky place to install a thruster, anyone? You know what? Yeah. We'll put it right there. Right next to the airlock. Now, while we're at it, while he's doing that, we're going to just start loading up this smart crate. Alright, fantastic. Now that that's done... No, you goofy goober, we are not dragging around an O2 pressure alarm. Honestly, of all things, let's just drop that on the floor. We'll go to orders. Let's dismantle it. So we grab our laser torch, and at 10x speed now, we can rip that apart for components and other fun things. Let's see, so we already have enough thermostats, I think, so we'll disassemble, or dismantle. Oh no, that's damaged, so I guess we'll have to repair it first. There we go. You know what? I accidentally just bashed the crap out of that, so I guess that's just how that went. Oops. Alright. So let's swap for a little bit, just so that way we can pick up some more crap, because, you know, it's cleanup time. Everything that is on the floor will be off of the floor here in a moment. We can put our... Just keep that. So we don't want to go, we don't want to smoke, because if we smoke, it gives our guy asthma, that kind of stuff. And, well, in space, I don't know if you know, but you usually don't want to have any trouble breathing. Just a little bit. Granted, apparently it's just a very common and unstoppable hobby out here. So let's see. I do not need or want. And we'll keep the gun on us, actually. This, we'll carry around the water for now. I guess we can store it in the bathroom. There we go. Nice and hygienic, right by the toilet. Right where it belongs. Oh, and hey, there's our toothbrush. So let's come back over here. Dump the toothbrush next to the toilet in the bathroom because we're hygienic. Ooh, if I remember correctly, actually, if I come over here and I drop this here. Now, I guess I can't jettison it into space when I'm docked. But we'll pick up these mechanical parts and everything else that's lying around that's worth any kind of real money. Because we don't want these things going bad on us due to being exposed to the elements. Let's see. Orders. Dismantle. Tag the O2 alarm. And I want to say that gets us pretty close to being all tidied up. Another toothbrush. You know what? We'll put that in the bathroom with the other toothbrush. It'll be for guests. Guest toothbrush can sit right by the toilet. Ours can sit by the oxygen pump. Empty that out. There we go. Drop the manual on environments on the floor. Okay, so I guess we can't store anything in this space because of the door and everything, but we definitely want to keep it like that because that's how we're going to be able to open all that up and just actually build something out the back of the ship. So there we go. That is our first storage crate sorted. Okay, so we have our EVA suit. We have a book on engineering. We're going to move that off to the side. Check our hip pockets. We're going to put the gun there. Drop that tool. Get Mr. Walsh all dressed up in his nice EVA suit. Double check the pouches on everything. Okay, so this bag that we're gonna just drop on the ground, that is all of our clothing. This bag is empty, so we're gonna start storing weapons and tools in here. For now, we're going to be a little bit ramshackle, you know, slap happy lackadaisy, I guess, with the way some of our inventory is set up. Just so that way I can speed up the video for you guys and get us on our way. So now that crate is empty. We can store our good crates here by the door for now. We'll store that motherboard there. And now we can start to pick up all these manuals and books that we have laying around. Stick the soldering iron and this PDA on our suit for now, just to get them off the floor. I guess we'll put that in there. That can go in there. You are empty, yes. You are empty, yes. You are not empty. dump everything on the floor. It's all part of making things nice, neat, and organized, right? You know what? We'll store the PDAs in that box. Put the knife, put the pouch. Let's put up our work safety poster. Now, where would be a fun spot to put this? There we go, we'll put that in the bathroom, and let's take a read. Okay, so that's the one that tells us about the environment and the comfortable temperatures that we are legally mandated to have on our ship. We'll free up our guy here for a second just to dismantle that. There we go, and we'll store some extra stuff in the Racco smart crate right there. We'll use this smart crate to just kind of clean up any garbage that remains. Carry this oxygen bottle. I want to say it was... this crate. Yep, oxygen can go in there. Empty crate, empty crate. And there we have it. After a few short minutes, give or take about an hour for me, we have now sold off everything and organized out all of our crates and our dollies. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total smart crates, 2 dollies, and a lot of things to do in the future. I can't wait to go spend some of that $57,000 that we earned today. Or, well, actually, let's see. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Total expenses, $26,000. Was this the one that we paid? Net profit. Here we go. We had 18,000 here. Oh, there's our very profitable day of schlepping about doing the kiosk missions. Alright, so I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright?